All right. Excuse me. Welcome to the creativity lesson plan that I have created for my students to use online and to have this video as a resource for them to review. If we go to online learning, they'll have this resource to work with. And when classes start, and if we do go to online learning, we will do a live version of this and record it, and we will also use these videos that I've created today as a learning resource. And what we're going to be talking about is creativity. Understand that everybody is creative. Everybody has an ability to be creative, has the ability to think outside the box, has the ability to create a new idea, a new concept, to think out that concept, to develop that concept. But it's like any skill, you need to practice it. You need to practice your creativity. And as a graphic designer, when you come up with a concept to deliver a message, you will need to work on this as a brainstorming / creativity as a function of your skill set. All right? So everybody, every human being has the ability to be creative and add a creative element to any message that we're developing and delivering. And there's kind of 7 secrets to inner creativity that I'd like to go over. One of the things is you can't force inspiration. You can't sit down and come up with a great idea or come up with the winning formula like that. It takes a concentrated effort of trying to think out a creative solution to your problem. If you're asked to make a slogan for a company, I pretty much guarantee you that first 10 or 15 slogans that you come up with are not going to be the slogans that you use, but might be the slogans that you develop being creative. A logo design. You might not create the logo design on your first sketches because you're looking for inspiration. You're trying to develop inspiration. Sometimes you get too many of those neurons bouncing around in your head and you can't think of a solution that seems to work. And then you go home, you relax, you're sitting there on the couch, you're on your phone, you are watching television, you're not even thinking about the solution to the creative problem that you have, and then you turn around and something comes to you, it's inspirational, and you come up, wow, that's a good idea. And what I suggest you do is write it down right then and there. Don't go, well, I'll remember that in the morning. You might not remember it in the morning. So understand that creativity and inspiration are 2 different things. Inspiration is a catalyst for creativity, but you can't force it. Understand that we all have biases when it comes to creativity. Understand that as students and as a faculty member here, when I'm asked to be creative, I'm going to have some kind of conformity. I don't want to do anything that maybe makes my boss upset. You don't want to do anything that makes a fellow student or your teacher upset. Okay? All right? So what you want to do is you know that you have some biases in your conformity. Also, too, people have a tendency when they're being creative, they don't want to embarrass themselves by coming up with an idea that's too simple or too complex, so they don't express it. All right? You need to express it. Okay? And that comes into that freedom to express. As part of understanding the biases when it comes to creativity. Okay? All right? So you need to be in an environment like our learning environment where you feel free to express yourself. You don't feel embarrassment when you're expressing an idea. All right? Don't feel like you need to conform every idea. All right? Now, that doesn't mean you can do something that's inappropriate. That kind of leads to that freedom to express. If you do something that's inappropriate, all right, it might lead to people not being willing to express their feelings or not. So just be careful. Understand that we all have biases. Okay? All right? When we work in a creative group, we are depending on breaking beyond our own individual IQ. We are looking for a IQ group. We're looking to use all the biases, all the intelligence, all the background understanding of the world around them in a group setting, share those ideas, be creative with those ideas, all right? And then understand that when we use a group IQ, we are using an ID process to communicate a message. All right? Another thing to creativity is open up to new experiences. Do new things. If the idea is not coming to you, then maybe it's time to take a break, but do something fun. All right? A lot of times you'll see in real creative work environments, they'll have playrooms, they'll have rest areas, they'll have different areas within the company to experience new things. They'll arrange trips, they'll arrange seminars, anything to bring a new experience to this group, because those new experiences, this means that you'll kind of discover who you are, discover how your mind works, discover how your ideas work, and how to discover yourself and express that new feeling, that new experience. All right? Embrace opposing forces or ideas. One of the things that's being creative in a group is being able to listen to somebody else, respond in a positive manner, respond why you think this will work, why you don't think this will work, why you think this could be improved upon, and how to improve upon it. All right? Explain, well, this won't work because I come from this area of the community and that would be misinterpreted. Or I think this will be successful because I come from this part of the community and they would love a message like this. All right? But it's that group IQ that we're trying to establish, but again, being able to interact with each other in a positive manner and express ideas and forces and sensitive to others' ideas. All right? Because there's no quicker way to destroy the creativity when the group is just to lash out and say, that's stupid, that'll never work, man, I can't believe you said that. All right? You need to embrace opposing ideas and be sensitive to how you express your opposition. Sometimes it's best to let your mind wander. All right? Let it kind of bounce around a little bit. Think of the craziest thing. Think of the that you might think would work. Again, think of a crazy way. In other words, think big, develop the small. Let your mind go all over the place. Tighten it up. Because once you let your mind go, you might make these connections that work that thing down into your final idea. And that creative idea that works. All right? And you need to be at home within. In other words, you need to be comfortable with the ideas that you create. You need to be comfortable with your ability to express them. You need to be comfortable within the group to be able to say what's on your mind, not be negative to other people's remarks, and be productive in your creative process to come up with that winning idea, that winning concept that you need in graphic communications to be successful. So this is 7 secrets to your inner creativity.